Ria and Ishan were best friends for over 3 years. Not the casual kind. Theirs was a deep bond built on midnight conversations, sudden long drives, shared playlists, and quiet silences that spoke louder than words. They never labeled it. They never called it love. But everyone around them could see it. The way he looked at her when she laughed, the way she held his arm a little longer than needed during walks. They were more than friends, but never lovers. Then one day, Ria's family brought up a marriage proposal. A guy settled abroad, well-educated, from a perfect family. She didn't fight it. Maybe because she was tired. Tired of waiting for something that was never clearly promised. She didn't tell Ishan immediately. Her laughter became a little forced. Her eyes held something back. And when he asked her if she was okay, all she ever said was, "Just tired." Days passed. The engagement was fixed. Everyone around her celebrated. She played along, smiling in selfies, pretending everything was fine. But inside, her heart was screaming for someone for him. 2 days before the engagement, they met at their usual park, the same bench where they shared so many late-night talks. It was cold that night, but neither of them cared. After sitting in silence for a few minutes, Ishan finally spoke. "So, you're getting married?" She nodded, looking down. "Yeah, in 2 days." Long enough to make her heart race. He looked at her gently and asked, "Do you really want this?" She smiled, trying to hide the tears building up. Some stories aren't meant to be written, just remembered. He didn't say a word after that. Just stood up, gave her one last look, the kind that says everything words can't, and walked away. She didn't stop him. She waited until he was gone from sight, swallowed by the night, and then she broke. She cried like a child, not because he left, but because he didn't ask her to stay. Between sobs, she whispered to herself, "I waited 3 years for him to stop me, and he waited 3 seconds for me to ask him to stay." What she didn't know was that Ishan had already bought a ring. He'd been carrying it in his pocket for weeks, waiting for the perfect moment. But he was never sure. He thought if she truly loved him, she'd choose him. She thought if he truly loved her, he'd never let her go. Both were right, and both were wrong. Because in today's world, love doesn't always end in breakups. Sometimes it ends in silence, in the words never said, in the chances never taken. Years passed. They met again once, at a cafe in a different city. Just for a moment, a passing glance.
He smiled gently.
She smiled back, with eyes that still held the story they never lived. Neither of them said anything. And maybe that's how their love story will always be remembered. Not by how it began, not by how it ended, but by the moment she cried. After he walked away,